Welcome back to the morning show.
Today we are going to be discussing our top 5 best albums of all time.
Metal albums.
Metal albums. And also, if you're here expecting an objective, facts-focused, this is the best metal albums of all time, i.e. like most important or most influential, leave, because we're only going to upset you because we are mostly just talking about our favorite. Maybe we'll do another video down the line of objectively important works in the metal world, but that's not really our style. We mostly enjoy making each other upset and talking about things we enjoy.
Yeah. We're just going to go one at a time. I think we also agreed to mostly just do one album per band so things don't get boring.
Yeah, because my favorite band has multiple albums, and I like that band. They're my favorite because their music is way better than everyone else's. So it would just be like a Gojira ranking video, and it would probably for you be a Tool video, and everyone would get really bored really quickly.
Not necessarily. I think you're just a Gojira head. Let's rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first.
I win, and my first pick is Ride the Lightning by Metallica. Go ahead. Say something about it. Just go ahead. Before I start,
I just said it was fucking to be wholesome, and I wasn't going to... Okay.
No, go ahead. Give me your opposition.
No.
I need this for whenever I post this clip to TikTok, and everyone fucking flames you because, Trenton... Despite the inflation in the metal community of people hating on Metallica, they're 900% of the community's first band.
Yes.
And of that community, of that percentage, their first song or album from this band is probably Ride the Lightning.
And all you're saying is such great points if we were ranking off of influence and
it's also a great album.
You don't... That's in your top 5?
For me, yeah. Historically, from first of all, when I was a kid, my mom loved Metallica. It was something that I was hearing. It was just around me when I was young. And then come middle school, when I was getting into metal, seriously, I rediscovered this band, and it was one of my favorite albums throughout that whole period. Metallica gets this whole rap about how they're so big and goofy, and Lars is the fucking idiot, and James is evil, and humana. They're the biggest band in metal for a reason, and that's because these first 4 albums and some of their works after that are some of the best music ever written. It is some of the best music ever written.
No.
Go ahead. Tell them how it's not.
Listen. Okay, Ride That Lightning is their best album, first off. I think we can agree on that.
Maybe.
Probably.
I put it here just because, it's one of my favorites. I cherish this album. Right. It's like a little piece of gold in my heart.
Yeah, in our opinions, I would probably agree. Ride That Lightning is their best album. It's good music. I'm just saying, just because it's the most popular, I don't think they're objectively making peak music. I think they're making music that is really good, and it applies to a general audience. That's the thing about Metallica. It's not at the time. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like I'm saying they were fucking industry plants shit like that. At the time they were pushing it, but then once they became the standard by kind of doing, to me, to my ears, mostly the same thing over and over again. Anyway, here's the point. I just can't believe that that's top 5, and that's in your top 5. I would never have thought that.
I guess you'll be surprised because I'm picking stuff that I do like now, but also influenced me deeply as a human being, and that's got to be one of them.
No, that's fair.
Also, I disagree. Metallica was initially very experimental. Maybe not on Kill 'Em All, but everything after that, especially if you listen to And Justice for All, despite the fact that there's no fucking bass on that album. It's really progressive stuff for a thrash metal band. And then, right after that, everyone starts flaming them Black Album post because they're not doing the same thing over and over again.
Oh, no.
They are copying. They're not copying, but they are definitely we are going to be groove metal now, guys. And
I don't know.
Hopefully we make a lot of money off it.
It's not that they're doing the same thing over and over again as much as it never felt like past a certain point that there were any attempt to really push the envelope. And when they did, it was really shitty. Well, I don't know. You know what? Let me be clear. My takes are going to be fucking insane. People are not going to like mine because I'm a metalcore kid. That's just what I am. So I'm sitting here being annoyed at this Metallica pick, but I think more than anything, it was just shock that that's in your top 5. We don't talk about Metallica to each other. I just kind of like.
There isn't much of a reason to, because I know you don't listen to them that much. There's a lot of music that I listen to, and it would mostly be a monologue if I started talking to you about it. But if you listen to this album, especially if you grew up with this album, like I imagine a lot of us did, like I did, there's some like ether, some spirit in this album that lives there and only there. When I listen to this album, I'm in 7th and 8th grade again, and I'm feeling what I felt then. Like if you listen to Fade to Black, I don't know. Also, there's the personal aspect to it, but also every single song off of that album is a 10 out of 10 for real. Like if we're really like, every single one of these songs is somebody's favorite Metallica song, including fuck is it? Oh my god. I had to pull it out to flex. I boast my claims with evidence that they are my favorite, and that is the fact that I own all of these albums on vinyl. And the song I refer to as Escape. They didn't want to write this song. It's one of the situations like Deftones, the label wants another song. Go ahead and write another song for us. They hate the song. They've played it live twice, I think. Once or twice. Wow. It's so fucking good. There's a Gojira covered it. People love this song. All of these, Fight Fire with Fire, Ride the Lightning, For Whom the Bell Tolls, Fade to Black, Trapped Under Ice, Escape, Creeping Death, Call of Cthulhu. Each one of these songs is iconic. Like this is a generational run for a track list. They didn't. If they stopped here, we would still be talking about them. I think they would be the necrophagist of thrash metal.
Yeah, again, I understand entirely everything that you're saying when we talk about in terms of metal as a whole, but like to say that it's like a 10 out of 10, the song is a 10 out of 10 by comparing with other song standards, like I just don't think that's true. I just don't think, like, even just talk about your favorite band, Gojira, like, are we really gonna put 10 out of 10 Gojira on the same level as 10 out of 10 Metallica? That's like, it's just not. I feel like Metallica's 10 is a music 8.
I will say this. Metallica is Joe Duplantis' favorite band.
I don't care. That doesn't mean anything to me.
They're one of these is like a death metal band, and the other one's a thrash metal band. So it's weird to compare them. You're moving the goalpost. You're strawmanning. You're being a manipulator. You're gaslighting me.
I'm not. I just can't believe it's number 5. I'm not. I just can't believe. By the way, I just remembered. Are we doing this in any particular order?
Kind of, but not really.
I'm not. I don't think I am. I don't think I know.
My number 1 is my number 1. Everything beneath that is like, I don't know. Could change.
Do I even have? I don't have a number 1. Yeah, I'm going to be different because I just ignore my numbers or whatever you see in screen because I can't rank like that. I can't do it. All right, my turn. My turn. I guess let me go with my non-controversial take just so we're let me go with my non-controversial take just so we're like not getting too deep. 10,000 Days by Tool. That is my now. I don't think, and we're gonna talk about it. I don't think it's their best album, and we're gonna rank best Tool albums.
We will.
In terms of my personal liking to Tool, like they just had the sound. It's their most first off, as a bassist, the mixing of the bass is utterly perfect in that album. It's mostly perfect in every other one, but it's the mixing on that album. It has the greatest rock song / greatest Tool song ever on this album, Rosetta Stoned, and its wonderful interlude before it. I just think it's just so essential to me. This album, I learned it. I played through it as if it was a show consistently. Like I love this thing top to bottom. I'll admit, because he's going to bring him up, I don't care for a lot of those interludes. A lot of them are long. A lot of songs are long to when they maybe a minute could have been cut. Don't care. I love this album.
I'll save my critiques of Tool's music mostly for the ranking because I do have them. I've only been recently really, really digging into Tool's discography in preparation for that video, and you need to start doing the same with Gojira, bud. Because I know you got a head start on Tool, but I know you don't know ball like I know ball. Okay, so
La enfant douchefage.
What you're doing right now is xenophobia. I don't know if you like.
I don't care about French.
Let's denormalize xenophobia, guys. Come the fuck on.
Ashton, you can't say that. You know you can't say that.
What do you mean I can't say that?
You can't say that.
How can't I say that? I just said it.
That. You can't say that.
When was I? You're like. Without going into too much detail, fuck you.
Okay. Tell me what you think about my 10,000 Days pick. Or what you had something to say before I interrupted you.
I think I understand it. Like, as I've been listening to this album more and more, each time I listen to it, the specialness of it seeps through a little bit more and more. And considering what the album is about, regardless of how bloated I think some of the things that they do is and how pretentious it can be, there's an emotional backdrop to everything.
Totally.
That I feel like in this case overshadows how occasionally pretentious some of the decisions that the band makes is.
Absolutely.
It would be, I think, probably insufferable for me if there clearly wasn't a heart to the album. If it was just, hey guys, let's just flex and look how progressive we are.
I think
that would make me sick.
I think that's exactly the message I want to spread by being the biggest Tool fan in the world. That's not true, but they're my favorite band. But it's like I really want to communicate that I really think that Tool's best is not them being the most progressive band in the world. They're not. They're a good progressive band. They're my favorite progressive metal band. What are you doing?
The camera shuts off or stops recording automatically after an hour. I'm trying to make sure we know when that happens.
That's okay. Ahead. Yes. No, but yeah, they're my favorite progressive metal band. But people talk like they're the most technical band ever, and that's what you listen for. That should not be what you listen to Tool for, to me, because ultimately, I think you're getting into something on a falsity. Danny Carey.
What?
That's his name, right?
Yeah, Danny Carey.
Jesus Christ, I had such a moment there. Danny Carey is the greatest drummer on the fucking world. That's inarguable, maybe. Mostly. And Maynard James Keenan could be your favorite vocalist, but we can't lie and say, like, Adam Jones is doing the craziest shit in the world. He's just not. You know what I mean? They're not. There's all these different things I could say. Point is, you should listen to Tool because there is a heart and there's a unique heart. There's not many songs or anything like that discuss the things that Tool discusses, and that's special. It's very special. And the way that they discuss it, too. I
think Tool is a very interesting band when it comes to their instrumentals. Sometimes I feel like the guitar is difficult in a similar way to what a lot of Gojira does is difficult. It's not difficult because they had to practice forever to be able to play it. It's difficult because how did they think of that? Like, why did they think to do that?
Yes.
There's I saw this TikTok video of this guy playing Rosetta Stone, and it's really simple what he's doing. He's just doing a bunch of hammer-ons up in the same shape, but it's in 7 and another time signature, and that's what makes it cool. It's
right.
It's not that that I couldn't do that. It's just that I would never think to do that.
Totally, yeah. And the fact that it feels like every section is unique and there's always something new. Like they're 10-minute songs and there's all these different random things that they'll do, and you're like, how do you remember to do that or think that this is the right place? I think that's, I mean, Tool in general and this album in general really just made me think like you need to, especially depending on the song that you're writing, it needs to be a concerted effort that every part has its place, and that you could change that part if it needs a little extra push, you know?
I think every part is unique is pushing it.
Not every part. No. Because again, that implies at least let me say on a basis level. On a basis level, he every 4 lines or so at different shit, he'll hit a different octave, or he'll do some weird shit that's slightly changes it, and then you'll listen to the album again, you'll listen to that song again, and you're like, oh, I'd never noticed that he did that. Adam Jones does the same thing all the time, actually. I think it's one of the few things that he kind of does where honestly, he's rarely just playing the same riff every time. He's playing the same riff with a weird new idea.
Yeah, I don't know. But
you will
I don't mind
know.
that.
You will know. No, that's okay. Your turn.
Tell me if this one is on yours, because if it is, then I'll pick an honorable mention in place of it, because I want to talk about the same album twice.
That's okay.
Is Crack the Sky on yours? Similar to, honestly, I feel like Crack the Sky and Ride the Lightning have a really similar vibe in a way. Just going off of their album cover and their aura. They're obviously, I don't mean to say this that they sound the same, but aesthetically, yeah, it's the greatest prog rock album. If we say that, then you're conceding that Tool didn't make the best prog rock album. But what I will say,
I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
When I listen to Crack the Sky, I feel transported into another realm.
Mm-hmm.
The mixing is really interesting and subtle, and there's so much layering going on, and there's so much emotion that seems to seep through in places I don't usually expect.
Yep.
Everything is just, I don't know, it's like I'm dreaming or having an outer body experience. I can't describe where this album exists in my soul, except for, I know that, what's that fucking guy's name? The vocalist who features on every single one of their albums, or did, Scott Kelly, I think is his name. Mm-hmm. He got charged with domestic abuse. So I'll keep my praise to him minimum. Crack the Sky, the title track, is one of my favorite songs off this album, and it is kind of because of his vocals, and also Brand Daler's connection to this album maybe is what makes it so special to me. He wrote it about his little sister who had committed suicide. Mm-hmm. And I was getting into this album around the time that my mom died. So this this through line of loss made all the lyrics make more sense to me, and it's good. It's
very good. Yeah, no, I would never, as much as Tool's my favorite progressive band, and one may think that therefore that my favorite album by them is the best progressive, I wouldn't even do that, because Mastodon, this is their peak. This is their peak of progressive. And it's exactly what you're saying. I feel a almost transcendent emotion to it. It's so unique. I genuinely, they've found something with this album. Yeah, I love it. Love it to death.
I'm gonna get more coffee, and then, we already praised and glazed the shit out of this album. I don't know what more. I don't know what more we could say other than
I love it.
Yeah, the guitar work. If you listen to Mourning Fall, subtle plug. This is one of the most influential albums to my playing. It's just so I don't know, they just have this way of capturing a vibe.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
It's like Deftones, but better.
Whoa. Whoa.
So, Trenton, what's your next pick?
My next pick is going to be it's probably going to be the most controversial one on here, because, and I acknowledge, I've seen some hate comments, I've seen some jokes, and listen, you bastards, okay, they've been weird recently, but Every Trick in the Book by Ice Nine Kills is a fantastic metalcore album. It is their most inspired album. It is and it's the most, it's where they were the most unique. I think that, it's totally okay to think that, what was it, The Silver Scream is their best, because that's the one that really fucking got them out there, right? But I feel like there was a kind of like through line of kind of like you could listen to one song, it sounded the same as the next. That is not the case for every trick in the book. It felt like they found what they wanted to do with the idea of making music based off of some kind of media, and then they really tried to embody that media, like wholly. And to me, it never came off as corny on this album. It came off as like with heart and love for it. Asinine Kills, whatever you want to say, I don't give a fuck. It's a great album and I love it.
I don't like metalcore that much. I'm willing. I think we should do a video where you try to get me to like metalcore.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad because we post these videos and every once in a while we just shit all over some genre and we don't like give it an opportunity to breathe. So if you have recommendations for albums that we've spoken ill of or genres we've spoken ill of, send us stuff. We had one guy, Noah, from, I think that's his name. I could be wrong. I'm sorry if you see this, but from CSOL, he sent me a bunch of hardcore albums, and I listened to them, and I was wrong. Hardcore can be really cool and emotional, and I was too close-minded. Ice9 Kills his fucking ass.
Like, have you?
Like, the few times you've shown me it, I try to get into it, but I don't like his vocals that much.
Yeah,
and it just sounds.
I guess.
All I can hear is the stuff that I know I don't like about metalcore. It's overproduced. Sometimes it's a little corny. Look, you want to
overproduced.
Metallica, the worst band of all time. And here you are with Ice9 Kills on your list. Boo this fucking guy in the comments. Boo the shit out of him.
I'm telling you, you can't say that when we're talking about personal favorite albums. I only reacted as strongly because I could never have seen that coming from you, but I guess it makes sense now. I don't know. Like, I really think I will try to. We will do that video where I try to get him into metalcore. He can get me into whatever shitty fucking music he listens to.
Fuck you.
No, but like, I don't know. I really think Ice9 Kills had something here, and they need to take a step back and realize what made them where they are, which is this album. Very quite good. Your go. Number 3.
Before I go, I just want to say that I wonder how James Age in East feels.
I thought that same thing. I wanted to look it up, but I just haven't been keeping up.
There's that, and like he's in that music video with them. He like hangs out with them.
Yep.
And then they go ahead and be very vocally pro AI.
Sling their big green cock around with
and
that.
Like I recall an exact take from the we here at Mourning Fall are firmly anti-AI. I feel like it crushes every opportunity for some creative out there to be creative, and that's evil. I don't like that. Ashes of the Wake by Lamb of God.
Okay, tell me about it. I haven't heard this one very much at all.
Yeah,
probably the same amount you haven't heard that Ice9 Kills album.
I've definitely shown you parts from this album, but Ashes of the Wake has to be one of the most well-written and tightest metal albums like ever.
You've told me this, yeah.
Every song is unique. The guitar work is phenomenal. The drumming is phenomenal. And the vocals by Mr. Randy Blythe are all phenomenal. Like, every single person in this band is in their fucking element. And it's, I think what has been most, I don't know, special about this album, I'll use that word, is the songwriting. They work with energy in such a good way, and the drumming especially diversifies the riffs in the way the song pushes its energy so good. It's just so good. It's such a groovy album. I don't know. I marvel at how this thing is written and how every song is just its own little contained universe that builds this fucking multiverse of an album where everything is awesome and the album fucking rules and it's really angry. Randy Blythe's vocals are great. I honestly can't speak much to the bass, I realize. I was thinking about it.
That's always been something where I've never been able to properly hear the bass or understand what it's trying to do. But that's me.
I don't know. The mixing on this album is also really raw. It's produced, I think, by Logan Mader, who also produced Gojira's The Way of All Flesh.
Oh.
It's really minimal in a way, and for the way these guys write, how intricately they write, it really just, it feels like I'm watching them live in a really, really good live studio environment where there's some genius fucking freak of nature front of house guy. It's just so raw and angry.
If God was the front of house guy.
Like, I know a few people in my life who like this album, and I want more people to love this album. I don't even like Lamb of God that much. Like, this is their only album that I like. I could probably explore and like a lot of their other music, but this album is just something special. It's also really cold feeling, which is a weird vibe to get out of it. That's probably just because I got into this album when it was cold, and I was like dropping out of high school. so there's that.
Good times.
But I don't know, this album fucking rules, and it's just such a good metal album. Like, I don't have to speak to its vibe or its ethereal nature. It just fucking crushes for its whole runtime, and then it leaves you, and then it's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, no, I'll say I'm exactly where I'm at. Where it's like Lamb of God, I've just never felt much of an emotion towards, but I've also never given that album a shot. So I will do that. And yeah, listen to these. Give them a chance. Listen to a song or two, please.
Like, I feel like if I made a top 10 riffs of all time, a great deal of them would come from that album.
Their
guitarist is fucking
praise.
cracked. He is genius. I love that guy. Again, another really influential album for me. As far as guitar goes, I fucking love that album. It's great.
That's cool. All right, my turn. Bleed the Future by Arcspire, which was a toss-up because I think
Dark
Involuntary Doppelganger.
I only know one song off of that album, and it's Dark Horizontal.
Yes. How is that? Whatever. Don't make me mad. Don't make me mad. Okay. Point is, Involuntary Doppelganger is also great. And honestly, as a concept album, I like that one a lot more. It felt like it had more of a through line. But as a listening out, bro, like I listened to the album and I was like, fuck, this is a damn good tech death album. Like, oh my God, Arcspire did it again. So that felt good. And then I listened to more, and it's not just fuck, Arcspire did it again. It's fuck, Arcspire did it. Like, this is unique. This is everything. They have become, to me, the pinnacle of what tech death can be. Now, of course, that's not to say that every tech death band should sound like them, if they even could. But, like, to me, this is it. Perfect mix, perfect playing. Everyone is doing everything exactly perfect, and that is insane to me. I've also found that the lyrics are fun. There's some cool little things in there. I don't know. I love it. It is good.
I think Bleed the Future is also one of the albums that really inspired me as a guitarist. Not to say that I can compare it to Toby or Dean as far as technical abilities, but the way they combine melodic writing with the technicality of their genre is so awe-inspiring.
Right.
It's genius. And then, what's their bassist name?
Jared.
Yeah, everyone calls him Jared. I'm just call him Jared. Jared. On top of that, though I am not a bassist, all the ways that they write, each member of the band, including Spencer, their drummer, who isn't with them anymore. One of the few times where I've like really enjoyed blast beats. I'm not a big blast beat fella. I like groove, and that's just it. I like groove. I think blast beats can be cool when used right, but if the whole song is blast beats, I lose interest pretty quickly, and maybe that's just because I have like some low IQ or something. But
no, I think that's fair. But continue.
With that album, I don't know. It's just like being run over by a semi truck for like 40 minutes or however long it is.
It works. I totally get the same thing with blast beats, but I feel like it just inherently fits to the music because a lot of the riffs are fucking like punching you in the face at 220 BPM. And how do you do that? How else do you do that with fucking blast beats, right?
Plus, there's a diversity of blast beats,
yes,
which to an extent only becomes possible once you exceed a certain threshold of playing at the drums. Blast beats are hard. They're they're doing everything as fast as you can for as long as you can with all your limbs, right? So it's hard to get good at that, and then on top of that, be creative with such a thing because it's already so difficult for you to keep up.
Totally.
And Spencer just goes ahead and does it, and then on top of that, from a writing perspective, he does know when to cut back into a full time or a half time. Like for instance, is it Golden Mouth of Ruin?
Yep. Oh, that song is so groovy.
We saw them live, just as good as the record. And that was so shocking. Though they do look really bored on stage because they're busy. They're very busy with their instruments.
Yeah.
With the exception of what's their vocalist's name?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Ollie.
That sounds right. He's Ollie's giving it 10 when we saw them.
Don't know his name.
Whatever that guy's name. He was giving it 10. They played Twister with the audience. If you have the opportunity to see Archspire live, the tickets weren't that expensive. There's no reason not to. You will only be impressed and have a good time. Go do that.
And the last thing I want to say about it, because I kind of was going to respond to it earlier. Yes, dude, they changed the way I think about music because these guys are playing some of the most technical shit ever. Like you like your favorite guitarist does. Adam Jones could not do this. That's the fact, and that's what changed me because Adam Jones could not do this. He couldn't write this. But then, so I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh, these guys must not talk to each other. These guys must sit there and at a thing of sheet music and be like, blah, and I'm sure they do. But then you look at Dean Lamb and the way he kind of talks about music and just this casual nature of it. It's like, no, these guys just play and love their instrument and have just such a unique way of looking at things where it's like, yeah, you can be Dean Lamb.
I love Dean Lamb.
I
honestly, I don't think this channel would exist without Dean Lambs. He's like the Tony Soprano for this like Tony Soprano in The Sopranos. That was the first time anyone in television had seen a morally gray to like a bad guy being the main character.
Okay.
Walter White wouldn't have existed without Tony Soprano.
Okay.
And for me, Dean Lamb was like, oh, I can use other content mediums to promote my band. Well,
and you can also doing it without being fucking annoying.
Yeah, you can like talk about other stuff that isn't even related to your band, and then like when people watch your content, and every once in a while you mention your band, it's awesome. And then people who like Archspire can discover that the guitarist has a fucking YouTube channel where he just talks about music all day. That's sick. I love that.
Totally. Your go.
Iowa by Slipknot.
Wow.
Heaviest album of all time. People are going to explode in the comments about that, but musically, incredibly heavy. Emotionally, incredibly heavy. From a mixing standpoint, incredibly heavy. This album is like an hour and 15 minutes, I think. It could be shorter than that. I could be wrong. Of just crushing riffs, endless anger, the most angst you've ever heard somebody produce with a human voice, thanks to Corey Taylor. And also, the bass is incredible, and the guitars are incredible, and Joey's incredible. That being said, I don't like the title track that much. It's the last song on the album, and it's like, I think it's like 12 minutes, and it's the same bass melody over and over again while Corey goes on in the background about like having sex with dead people. I don't know, it's stupid.
Yeah, literally my only problem ever with this album is just it feels corny sometimes to me. Yeah,
I will say that like when I got into this album again, I was in like freshman year. I was Corey, for all intents and purposes, could have been writing this album for me.
You were the target audience.
Yeah. So some of the, I guess, angst that could only exist through the perspective of someone without a level of emotional maturity. It just wouldn't exist if Corey was seeing a therapist at the time. There's no way we could have had this album if he wasn't emotionally kind of stunted at the time or just locked in himself. I mean, you can hear that sometimes where like, I think our lyricism when it comes to depression is a very introspective and nihilistic kind of thing where we turn in ourselves and we lament over just the inability to do anything for ourselves, or at least that's where I come from. It's a very have a nice life kind of place. At least that's my muse sometimes. With this album, it's like I feel terrible, and it's everyone's fault except for mine. There's so much like fuck you on this album, and
Right.
fuck the music industry, and fuck my mom, and fuck my friends, and fuck you guys for fucking listening to my album. Fuck you. It's just like, we get it. You're upset.
But still, that fuck you energy.
It's true.
It's so fuck you. It's the most fuck you album, and that's why it's so well regarded.
Yeah.
And that's why that their music slowly got worse in a lot of ways, because it felt less fuck you, because they had less things to be angry about.
Yeah,
a little bit. Like
it felt like it feels like they just didn't know what else they could write about. Maybe I haven't explored their discography, but they peaked as far as they could in terms of nihilistic expulsion onto the whole world. They did that as best they could, and it's just so dismal and aggressive, this album. I don't know if I've ever heard such an aggressive album, because like,
I agree with you. Yeah.
In terms of raw emotion, Archspire isn't aggressive at all. Like, they're technically the most aggressive there is. Like,
Yeah.
but like, Ollie's not talking about anything personal. He's talking about aliens and like shapeshifters. It doesn't feel personal at all. But Corey's just from his soul screaming like he's in actual pain.
That's very
and
fair.
There's something about it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I get what you mean. I mean, that's and the thing with Slipknot, ultimately, to me, because I'm one of the few people who likes their middle era. I liked Duality. That was one of their albums? Yes.
Yeah,
liked Duality.
Volume 3, the Subliminal Verses, that Duality is off of.
Okay, sorry. All these names. I liked Volume 3. I also believe I liked Volume 4.
Isn't that... the album after Volume 3, I think, is the one with Psychosocial on it.
Then yes. I like those two albums, and I hear a lot of shit for those. I don't know. I think the thing is, like Iowa is a display of, as you said, a pure inner anger expulsion. And after that anger was gone, what's left is songwriters. And just for me, like, they were good then, not so good now. I like what you mean, though. Iowa is good.
Yeah,
Iowa's very good.
I wonder what their next album is going to... I'm kind of getting sick of them refusing to talk about anything that isn't the first album. It's
because they're not.
It's such a defeat for a band to be like, yeah, we're going to go back to how it used to be, which is just an admission that you guys are aware of the fact that nobody likes your recent stuff, and it's just so sad. Like, have some balls. Be like, yeah, I don't give a shit if you don't like it. This is how we are. This is what we want to be.
Sure.
We don't want to do the same thing over and over again. But recently, it seems that they have accepted the fact that everyone wants Iowa or self-titled over and over again. I will say though, whatever they put out next, I'm going to listen to it because I like Casa Grande.
Yeah,
that's his fucking name.
I don't know. Slipknot. Either fucking do what he said, which is entirely fair, which is just like stick to your fucking guns and write the music you want to write. I'll listen to it or I won't. Or if you're gonna say you want to sound like Iowa, sound like fucking Iowa, please. Yeah. Like, do it. That drives me mental. I remember being excited 2 times. You fooled me 2 times in a row. First time fool's on me. Second time you're the fucking fool. You fooled me twice. Shame on you.
I mean, I can't remember the name of it, but it's the album that Nero Forte and a few of those other songs. That album is good.
No.
Trenton's wrong. That album is good. Listen to it. But how the fuck can you market an album as being, we're going back to Iowa, and you release fucking the Insofar pissed me off so much. I didn't even listen to it. I listened to, I think, the first 2 singles, and one of them sounded a little bit like self-titled, and then it was just like ballads.
Yeah.
Don't say it's like Iowa if it's ballads.
Why lie?
Yeah. Maybe they thought it was that heavy, and maybe we just need to listen to it with our ears open, but...
I did.
Yeah, from what I heard, I didn't like it. I'm going to get more coffee.
Okay.
It's your second to last turn, I think.
Second to last turn. So, I know sometimes when I talk about metalcore, it sounds like I'm apologetic for liking metalcore. I'm not going to be apologetic for this one at all. Famous Last Words and their album Two-Face Charade is the greatest metal concept album, in my opinion, to me. The problem, and it's not a problem all the time, but often with with concept albums, you go the approach of you tell a through story, or you kind of like each song is a bit different, but it's kind of has a through line, right? And both are okay, but as a pure telling a story album, this fucking did it. They had a story they wanted to tell. They had exactly like, this is act 1, this is act 2, this is act 3. They had motifs, and then through it all, they put everything together, all of the greatest moments through that album, and they put it in the last 2 songs. You'd hear echoes from one of the chorus of the second song, like all this, and it's so wonderful. And I just have a personal attachment to I grew up. I got into metal a lot in terms of like the artistry from this album, because it's like there's a lot to this, and you'd hear all this shit. And to me, I was hearing all this shit about like metalcore doesn't do this and it's stupid and it's about dumb stuff. But no, this is art. I love this album. Yes.
Is this the album that's about that guy and his girlfriend who he kills?
Yes.
I don't know anything
his
about
wannabe
it.
Girlfriend.
I know the concept because you've explained it to me a few times.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you've tried to get me to listen to a song or two off it.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where the only way that I think you'd really kind of get it is if I showed you all in one. Because ultimately, and I think that's the biggest disservice with like thing. Again, it is a fully through line album. If you want to like this album, you can't just like pick a few songs off of it. You listen from the start to the end, totally. Yeah.
It sounds really good.
I would love to do like a follow up to this video and like.
Yeah, we'll do maybe a series of videos where we try to expunge our music taste onto the other with stuff that we particularly don't agree on. Like, for instance, metalcore. I'm sure that would be at least 1 or 2 of the songs would be on your list of things to get Ashton to listen to. But
totally. Yeah.
My favorite album.
Real quick, before you get your favorite album, would you like to do a? Because I got to do my what is it called? Honorable mention and bringing up Crack the Sky. Do you have an honorable mention?
I think I do. I have like 2 or 3 albums that I considered putting in my 5 that got scrapped.
Why don't you give us one?
My honorable, I'll just say them all because why not?
Yeah,
because I'm not going to go too in depth about them. But my honorable mentions, the ones that I considered but deprioritized, were The Outer Ones by Revocation, Roots by Sepultura, and South of Heaven by Slayer. Some really important albums to me. They're all really good. Check them out.
Yeah.
Anywho, my favorite album of all time, the best album, Gojira's L'Enfant Sauvage. See, I called you xenophobic. I did work.
Okay.
This album
talk to me.
Is genuinely the pinnacle of everything that I like in music in one. At least in metal.
Wow.
When I'm listening to music, what I often seek is an emotional core. That's why, the way I like Archspire, I don't listen to that much unless I'm in the mood for it. It's because emotionally, there isn't much of a core there. It's a very intellectual work. That's a lot of metal. A lot of metal is intellectual works. Like Death's whole discography, for the most part, is very intellectual. It's very philosophy-driven. And I love Death, and I love all these bands, but the reason why I like Iowa so much is because the emotional core is just so ripe. And Gojira's entire catalog, with the exception of maybe their first 2 albums, is very similar. Especially their first album. It's just death metal. Still great. L'Enfant Sauvage just exists in this dense world of emotions. It's like smelling autumn for the first time whenever that rolls around. And you can see all the leaves and these gusts of wind and the cold. Everything is just pregnant with emotion. Excuse my phrasing. I'm a literary guy. I can use whatever metaphors I want. That's how that album feels. And on top of its emotional density, it's so well written. It's maybe not as intricate or technical as a Lamb of God album, but the songwriting is just, it complements its emotional quality so well. I'm floored by this album every time I listen to it. I listen to it Actually, only when it's cold outside. I had a rule about that. I don't know if I should retire it, but it's just so fucking crushing. Listen to Explosia. Maybe I'll force you to listen to it.
I will listen to this album for sure.
It's just...
We're doing a Gojira ranking eventually.
We'll do it after the Tool one. We should do those back
We
to
should
back.
do... Yeah, no, I'll let you choose. Because I did... I thought we were going to do Death next, is what I thought.
We can do Death next. I knew I didn't want to do a ranking for the next video because we did a Deftones ranking, and then before that we did a Mastodon ranking.
Totally.
Feels like we've been doing a lot of rankings. Just wanted to do something else, but like...
Yeah.
Also, Joe's vocal performances, if you listen to The Mouth of Kala or The Gift of Guilt, his screams are just like... It's like how Slipknot feels, but in a triumphant way.
That's
like
I like that.
There's definitely still an element of sorrow to this album, and there's an element of fury. But Joe, if you watch any of their interviews, they seem to be, at their core, optimistic people. So it gives this album such a, a tragic feel. Because you have these optimistic environmentalists in 2012 in this world that has seemingly abandoned the hopes of caring about climate change.
Totally.
Or caring, it's completely neglected this idea of an inner child, which L'Enfant Sauvage means the wild child. That's what the album is kind of about. It caters to this natural element, this tabula rasa kind of being within us in the Western world, i.e. capitalism or modern government, scratches away slowly throughout our lives at our like inner child. And so the album is kind of about that and some other stuff. And it's just so, I could go on, but it's fucking album rules. I love it so much. Yeah. I have a back tattoo of it. I'll put it on screen if I want to.
If you feel like it.
Yeah, if I'm in the editing room and I decide to show the internet my back.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't make it my number one, but you speak of it with great
It's my favorite album.
and
It's been my favorite album since I was in like 10th grade. See, if we ever go, my greatest fear is us talking a bunch of shit about a band, like a big band, because we're a local band. For all we know, we'll never see these guys. And then we go, we blow up, and Gojira's like, hey, do you want to tour with us? And while they're checking out our shit, they watch our video, and you're like, these fucking French idiots, this is the worst album I've ever
I never said French idiots. I didn't shit talk the album. All I'm saying is French people are funny.
I know. I'm saying this. I had this thought initially. I was listening to Tool, and I was thinking about like 10,000 Days, and I was like, I know his mom died, but that doesn't mean they have to write a big bloated fucking. And like, I can't say that and then meet the guy and have him just look at me in my fucking face and be like, hey, so what you said about my mom? I can't have that.
That's funny. No, fuck off, man. Yeah.
If Maynard, you're seeing this, my mom is dead. I'm sorry. I know how it feels. I guess. I'm 10,000 Days is growing on me, bud.
I'm really happy to hear that. I'm sorry for laughing.
Yeah, if Maynard ever sees this, I've spoken my piece, and I won't talk more about it.
Okay.
To sure your wine is great.
Okay. Trenton's number one. In your number one.
What's your honorable mentions?
I gave mine. We'll Crack the Sky. Crack the Sky. Yeah, that'll be my one. The Outer Ones by Revocation. Whoa!
See, I knew that we were gonna have some overlap, and that's why I chose to put Revocation in my honorable.
Yes.
But go right ahead.
Yes. No. This is a fantastic fucking metal album, and it is one of the one of the best album listening experiences I've had. Of course I love Tool, but it's a bit different listening to an album when you already knew like this song offered her that song and different things like that, right? I had zero expectation for the Outer Ones. It was just me and Ashton, and me and Ashton listened together to this album for the first time. I don't know I think we made it a day out of it, but I think that was the only album we listened to that day.
Yeah, we used to do this thing where we would pick an album to show each other and just sit there and listen to it and rate it. This was the first one we ever did of this. It was my pick. I'll take credit for showing Trentin his favorite band. It's not your favorite band, but like
one of my favorite albums.
Yeah,
and
I think at this point I knew the Outer Ones, the title track, really well, and I liked a few of the other songs off it. I thought this album was great. I hadn't heard it in full, and we listened to it.
Dude, like that's a big thing where it's like you rank these albums. They're all on different scales, right? As when I talk Tool, I'm talking a lot of emotion, a lot of different things like that. This is a pure just fucking songwriting and album creation. Like, they just did it. They had a vibe that is unique, that honestly, I've just, I like Revocation, but just to me, they haven't really been able to create a vibe and have me enjoy it in the same way that they did for this one. But they had a vibe, they had a goal, they had a great start, they had a great middle, and then they have the greatest ender to an album. I think, at least, again, in terms of like songwriting, like they knew, oh shit, this is a big album. What do? We go fucking better.
Yeah, it's
like
the album. Its concept is just about cosmic horror. It's a love letter to H.P. Lovecraft and all of his work. And when you have an album about cosmic horror, you can't do the meditative album closer where you hum and you try to wrap up the album on a nice note. You have to somehow sonically encompass what a world-devouring being sounds like.
Yes.
And they fucking do it.
Yes.
On A Starless Darkness, that riff that opens this song, I'm being devoured. I'm being devoured.
Yes.
And I'm in a starless darkness.
And it's fucking cool. It's so cool. Like, as much as I'm a prog guy and I like the ooh-ah and the different things like that, like, man, they did not let up. They fucking just... It's so cool. It's so cool. It's such an experience. I love cosmic horror. They did it. Every song felt different and like it was about a different topic. It wasn't just all like, horrors unknown. I don't know. It was great. I love that. One of the best album listening experiences I've ever had. And even past that, re-listening to it, there's a lot to love. There's a lot to dance to. There's a lot to like...
What are you talking about? What the fuck?
It's a lot to dance to, Ashton. It's good. It's really good.
Does it look funny or something?
No.
What are you laughing at?
Because there's a lot to dance to on this album. That's all.
Also, underrated lyricism. Like,
yeah.
If you're gonna write an album about cosmic horror, that's a literary concept. That's an album, or that's a concept that exists mostly because of books.
Mm-hmm.
So your lyricism has to be on point for that, and the way they describe it, and Davidson's delivery and his vocals, he sounds like a devourer. He sounds like some cosmic being. The way his voice just kind of, I don't know, melts out of him.
Yes. Oh yeah. You know what? That's a really nice comparison, honestly, to me, because especially recent Ice Nine kills in. One you could equate those two in the same way, where it's like Ice Nine Kills is trying to be this love letter to horror, but to me, as of recently, it's less love letter to horror and more like, I'm Art the Clown. I'm Art the Clown. But and I feel like Ice Nine Kills used to be better with that. This is a love letter, and it's not fucking corny. I'm the evil being. It's fucking good. It's really good. Yeah.
Yeah. Also,
great album.
The diversity they handle this topic with is really impressive.
Exactly.
Because if you asked me to write a full album about cosmic horror, I would have one song, and then I would be scrambling for things to write about.
I totally agree.
But
yeah.
Davidson tackles this theme from so many directions. Mm-hmm. This guy must read books every once in a while.
What a crazy thing.
I think the lead single off this album is about these like colonial era explorers who find this witch's hovel in the woods.
I was going to bring that up. Yeah.
And she exposes them to the horrors of the unknown through her witchcraft. Mm-hmm. And I wouldn't have thought of that.
No, not at all.
And the music video fucking rules. I love seeing Dave Davidson as a fucking colonist getting his shit rocked by a witch. That's awesome.
Yeah. Great album. Great time.
Yeah, I mean, I was for a very long time anti 7-string. I love 7-string now. It's because of this album.
Because it's not pretentious at all with the set. It's not all riding on that fucking 7th string.
Yeah,
it's like,
I don't know, the way Davidson approaches the instrument of guitar is so impressive and cool. Mm-hmm. It's so endlessly inspiring. Every single time I listen to this album, or I watch a video of him playing one of the riffs off this album, or anyone doing that, I have ideas. I just want to go. I want to go to my instrument and write.
Totally.
And Ash Pearson does the drums for this fucking thing. It's also legendary. It's the same exact way. There are videos on Ash Pearson's channel of him playing some of the songs off this album and his favorite parts, and it's just like, this guy fucking rips, and it's so unapologetic and so unpretentious. When I watch Danny Carey, it's like, we get it. We can count. We fucking get it. You can count for a very long time. I get it. Mm-hmm. There's an aura of like, okay, I see how this is great, but like, shred for me. Come on. Just do the fucking thing. Come on now. And that's just Ash Pearson. He's just fucking shredding and ripping all over the place, and it's great.
Cool.
And more so, bass.
I agree. I was going to say, there's a lot of fun stuff, and it's a lesson in restraint to me, because ultimately with these crazy ass riffs, you need to lock in sometimes. You need to choose when to play the crazy riff with the guitar, or you need to choose when to root note. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fucking, and he does it, and he has a fucking fantastic bass solo that I totally fucking ripped off. I didn't mean to. It's not even really that similar, but like, just like he did a great job. I don't even know his name. But he did a great job. Good bass, good mixing, great mixing, even.
The producer, I think, for this album is a guy who goes by Zeus. He also, I think
I know this. Yeah, go ahead.
He produced, I think, a few of Archspire, or maybe some of Cattle's. I know Cattle DeCap and Archspire have shared a producer. I cannot remember his name. I'm pretty sure Zeus, this guy, has also produced some Cattle albums. I could be wrong. I'll go and vet myself in the editing room and say whether I'm not wrong, and I'll list some of the other things he's produced. But fuck this guitar tone, this album's tone, there's so much clarity and so much destruction in it at the same time. It's beautiful.
And it suits the album too. I think that's the thing that we can, we're like, for me and you, like, difference in like mixing style, but this album needed to have that clarity in order to have this sound that it was going for. If
you ever get the opportunity, again, see Revocation live. I saw them.
Yes.
I can't remember. Necrogoblicon is who was headlining that tour. You didn't get to see that show because you're a loser.
I'm sorry.
But again, another band that shockingly they sound just as good live, which is doubly impressive considering Dave Davidson is doing both vocals and guitar live.
Yep.
That's so.
And he's a great vocalist too.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I found that out, I was fucking shocked. I couldn't fathom somebody doing that guitar work and those vocals at the same time. I'm very bad at doing vocals and guitar at the same time. I need to practice in case we ever find a drummer who's up to my level and who I would vouch for to be a Mourning Fall drummer. But
right.
I fucking love this guy.
I know we've been at such we're kind of going long, but I don't care. Like, Dave Davis. It's one of those things too where it's like vocalist no bass trentin, and vocalist bass trentin. It's two different things, especially in the writing room where it's like it's not that I can't do both. It's that you don't think to do certain things. But to me, it feels like he's like going out of his way to do special things. It feels like he's perfectly mixing what him on his own would do and then adding guitar with it. He's really good. Honestly, maybe one of the best like vocalists who also plays an instrument at the same time. I can't think anyone to argue with
Chuck
him right
Schuldiner.
now. Chuck Schuldiner, I love Chuck Schuldiner. You know I do. I would argue that Dave Davidson's probably better because
That's probably true.
Yeah, I think Chuck was good. Chuck was great. Even
I want to share.
I'm not going to diminish Chuck.
A special moment. Whenever I saw Revocation live, Dave Davidson and I made eye contact, and it felt like he was playing to me. I wanted to fucking cry. That was such a good moment. I love that guy. I never met him. Probably, if we go on tour, Revocation, if you see this, bring Mourning Fall on tour with you. Please, I promise, please do it. We'll do good.
I promise we'll sound good and they'll like us.
Yeah. I don't know what else really to say. In the future, we're going to do a Gojira ranking and a Tool ranking because that's Trenton and I's favorite band.
Yeah.
Bands is.
Zaza.
If you got ideas, drop them in the comments below.
Yes, please. Send us recommendations. Give us your opinions. Say Ask 9 Kills in the comments.
Say Ask 9 Kills and we'll respond or something.
I'll pin your comment. I'll do something. Alrighty. Thank you.